What's up, y'all? My name is Evan Listier, and welcome to this week's video. Now, I know it's been a while since I posted last. I have moved, so I know that the background behind me is different too. I'm hoping to get back into these weekly and see what happens. So, I'm actually going to talk this week about the last video's topic, relationships. I know the last video was jobs and careers, but that was because of work, so now I'm going to talk about relationships like I was supposed to. You can kind of see her arm, but my wife, Uryu, is going to...
Hello.
is going to talk with me. I'm going to ask her some questions so that you can get an understanding of my point of view and of her ideas for relationships and see if you can come up with your own. First, I want to show you my tattoo. Now, when I was 16, I was with my high school sweetheart, and this is the tattoo that came of it. I designed this myself, and that is my view on a relationship. Hope, faith, love, loyalty. You cannot have a relationship if there is no hope for it. If you think it's doomed to fail, it's doomed to fail. Period. End of story. Don't even have faith in the relationship. I've seen some relationships that have, as soon as something goes wrong, exploded. They're done. It's over. I've seen relationships. I've been in relationships. Even with my wife, we've had our problems. But having faith in the relationship and being able to talk it out, we were able to overcome it, and we're still together 5 years later.
Yep.
Love. You're with someone because you love them, or you want to love them. You don't get with someone for the sake of getting with someone. That's why. Loyalty. I'm not talking you can't have a friend of the opposite gender. My best friend is female. My wife knows my best friend and is okay with my best friend. Thank God. So having a relationship, being loyal in the relationship. Don't hide things. Don't keep secrets. When I was with my high school sweetheart, I had a rule. If you cheat on me, tell me. To this day, that is one of my firmest rules in relationships. I don't care if you cheat on me. I'm going to find out. Doesn't matter if you hide it or not. But I can deal with you cheating on me. I can't deal with you lying to me about it. That is my view. That being said, in relationships, I believe that there are 5... I'm trying to think of the word. Core? Virtues? 5 styles of relationship. We'll settle for styles. Sorry about that. Physical. Physical is a hug, a kiss on the cheek, a kiss on the forehead, touching someone, safe areas, shoulder, back, head, patting them on the head, good puppy. Sorry. What? So, a physical relationship is one where you high five, or you hug, or you give a kiss on the cheek, or a kiss on the forehead. That's it. Mental. A mental relationship is a relationship where you can talk about things, where you can say you have a bad day at work, you just want to get it off your chest, you go to your significant other. I had the shittiest day at work. They want to hear about it. They just want to hear about it. They aren't going to offer advice or, you know, they're just going to listen. Or having intellectual conversations, having actual talks and debates. If you're in a relationship and it's all about sex and all about physical, guess what? It's going to flame out and fizzle out real quick. Having a mental relationship is very good. Emotional. This is one of the big ones in any relationship you're going to have. An emotional connection. If you are in a relationship with somebody and you like them fine, but you don't love them, there's no joy in being with them, there's no sadness or hating yourself when you guys fight or anything like that, you don't have an emotional connection. They're just a friend. Why are you fucking with them? That was 3. 4 would be sexual. Kisses on the lips.
Excuse me, sorry.
Touching anybody, touching your significant other, making love, things like that is a sexual relationship. And I will say this, you do need it in a relationship. You can't have a long-term relationship if you're not going to have sex. It's that simple. Last one is, and I know a lot of people may not agree with this. If you don't, that's fine. Financial. There are people out there are kinks, quirks, fetishes, things like that. Sugar daddies, sugar babies, sugar mamas, all that jazz is a financial relationship where you support them for money for little things. I mean, we live in a world where, I'm sorry to say, but it's true that a lot of people need financial help nowadays, and the system is corrupted against those that you can work 40 hours a week and not be able to support a family. Trust me, I'm currently kind of doing that. And it's difficult, but it can be done. But supporting each other with money is a financial relationship. So, that's my 5 views. If you don't agree with it, cool. If you do, fantastic. I'm going to turn it over to Uryu and ask her some questions so that you can get an insight into her view on our relationships. What do you think about the 5 styles of a relationship? Do you agree with that? Do you not agree with that? No.
I agree with it, especially with the, financial ones, there are some, sugar babies, like sugar daddies and whatnot. I mean, I've seen stuff on Facebook about that.
Yeah, I've seen it on Facebook too, and woohoo! Is weed. What do you think about our relationship? We've had our ups and downs.
Yeah, but I think we've been able to work through them. And I think we're kind of balanced out somewhat.
Somewhat. There's no balance in a relationship. You might find balance and then one of them goes, wee, just to screw things up.
Don't jinx it.
It happens.
I know. But no, we both have been through a lot of stuff together, and we've been able to work through them pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. how do you feel about how close of a relationship I have with my best friend? I know back before you met her that you were very uncertain and you felt that my relationship with her would cause ours to cease to exist.
Yeah, I was pretty skeptical and kind of scared that things would end.
And now that we've moved and you've gotten to meet her,
Now I'm feeling better about what we have.
you're not afraid she's going to steal me? Or attempt to?
Honestly, there are times where I have thought about that, like on and off. But I try to not think in that negative aspect, I guess, so much.
Fair enough. You know, there is that negative aspect of thinking. And this is kind of off topic for the rest of you. One topic I'm going to talk about is positive thinking in an upcoming video. I'm not saying you have to be positive 24/7, but if you understand anything about the human brain, the human mind, humans are widely unknown. Our brains have never been fully explored. Nobody knows what we can do with 100% of it. Why do we have people like Albert Einstein, Walter O'Brien, Stephen Hawking? Why do we have people that are clear geniuses? And we have people that are dumber than a sack of rocks. We don't know. Nobody has had an in-depth understanding of that, of the human mind or the human brain. Nobody understands why that is. But one thing I have come to find out, and I know that Uryu's coming to understand that, positive thinking changes your life basically. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah. Although it's hard for me sometimes to think positively.
Thinking positively doesn't mean you got to think positively 24/7, but if you look at a situation with Murphy's Law, I think it is, what can go wrong will go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It'll go wrong. If you think about it in a relationship, at least it hasn't done this. You've just jinxed yourself. It's going to do this. But, you know, Uryu, thank God she's safe, you know, freaked me out. She had an accident back in July, a car accident. Totaled our car. She was not at fault. It was the other driver's fault. Police investigated and blamed her, but they also didn't do a proper investigation because they would have understood that the lady that she hit had done an illegal. But that's neither here nor there. She called me in tears and she's like, I was just in an accident. The car is dead. She was freaking out. And so I was like, okay, I need you to call the cops. You know, she should have done that first, but it was her first accident, I think.
Yes, my very first accident ever.
Yeah, her very first accident ever, she didn't know the routine. You know, she freaked out. She needed me to calm her down, give her a sense of direction. And I was like, look, you call the cops, I'm going to call Mom. So that's what we did. She got to the hospital. Mom and I got to the hospital. We went in with her. She was okay. She had some bruising on her legs. And she was very anxious and skittish. And she really didn't want to get back out on the road. This happened about a 4:45 on a Friday. We were without a car. My mom saw the car and she's like, yeah, the car is totaled. I can tell you just by looking at it. And the airbag had deployed, and I don't know if it actually did hit you.
I think it hit my, like, in my thigh.
Yeah, I remember something about it hitting in your thigh, but the airbag did deploy, and if you know anything about cars, the airbag deploying typically means it's totaled. Because it usually costs a couple thousand to get the airbag back in. So, keep that in mind. She was depressed. It's like, great, we're not going to get a car. And I was like, we're going to get a car. I don't care if we got to put $2,000 down to get a car. We're going to get a car. Somehow. My mom swears I have my grandfather's luck. This happened on a Friday. We had a car Tuesday. A nicer car.
It's true.
We went from a 2010 Mazda 3 to a 2017 Nissan Rogue. And let me tell you, I love that car. I love the Mazda. I have bad knees and I couldn't get in and out of that Mazda. You know, it killed my knees. And this Nissan Rogue, we don't have that problem. I don't have that problem.
The only problem I have is when you push the seat too far forward.
Short people problems. All right, so this is a funny story. This actually has to do with her, myself, and my best friend. She's 5'8". I'm 5'6". My best friend is 5'4". 3 different heights, 2 inches apart. World of difference in the world of driving, apparently. She has to have it basically all the way back. I don't need it all the way back. I can't really reach the pedals all the way back, so I scooch it forward. She used to complain getting in and out of the Mazda all the time that short people problems was she would whack her knees on the dashboard. Hasn't really complained since we got the Rogue. My best friend, this past Sunday, my best friend borrowed my car to go get food while we were both at work. I was like, that's fine. You know, I don't need the car right now. I'm still working, so you can go. So she went, she got food because she was on her break. And she comes back, she parks it, she comes in, she hangs my keys up. We get done with work. I go to get in the car and I whack my knees on the dashboard. She forgot to put the seat back. I call her and I go, now I understand why you kept complaining when I wouldn't put the seat back in the Mazda.
Short people.
I told her what happened. She starts laughing to the point she's crying. Funniest thing that's ever happened to me. It was a riot. And I know this thing is kind of fuzzy. I apologize. It's a good camera, but sometimes it just does not want to cooperate. So I'm trying to... Woohoo! Yoo-hoo! Big sun blowout. Okay, so back to it. Relationships. Everybody has their own rules. Everybody has a rule that comes with a relationship. My big one is don't cheat on me. Well, no. My big one is you cheat on me, don't lie to me. I can handle anything. I can't handle liars. My brother is a pathological liar. I don't have a good relationship with him. He is a pathological liar, and him and I don't even talk. So, another thing I got to point out, every relationship is different. Don't compare the relationships. You are doomed to failure if you do that, case in point, did you compare our relationship to my relationship with my best friend?
Yes, I have.
And what happened?
Well, led to quite a few arguments.
It led to quite a few arguments, and you kept wondering if it was even worth it being with me because you thought all I wanted was to be with my best friend.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Not so much anymore. I think since we have moved and I've gotten to know her a bit, I think my thought process on that has changed.
And now you understand you don't compare the relationships.
Yeah.
Just like I've never compared my relationship between you and myself to yours with your ex. Because it doesn't work.
Yeah. Plus, our relationship and mine with him was completely different.
Exactly. And that's why you can't compare relationships. They are completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any advice or rules in our relationship that you have that you want to tell them about?
Just a few rules that I have come up with over time is don't use me, don't abuse me, don't hurt me in any way, don't lie.
I think you've actually gotten that one since
Yeah.
you've been with me.
Yeah, just that's it for my rules anyway.
I apologize. This is actually late at night. So we're actually up later than we should be. I actually gotta eat before I go to bed, so I think we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna try and get this video posted tonight, and we'll see what happens. If not, it may not be until this weekend when I have an actual day off where I can sit at home and do something other than run to work.
Which is what you do most of the time.
Yeah. My schedule, I work 2 jobs right now. She'll be taking one over because I can't keep working 2. She gets up 4:30 in the morning. She goes over to her first job. She babysits. And she gets to get a nap when she's over there, sometimes. You've gotten better about it. You have a little bit.
Smidge.
So she does get to get a nap. I get up at 6:30 in the morning. I eat. I go to my first job. I work there from about 8:30 to usually about 4 o'clock. Get out, come home, eat, go to my second job, which is 6 to 9 or 6 to 10. Get out, come home, eat, pass out, rinse and repeat. I get Tuesdays off, and my other day off usually varies. Last week it was Friday, this week it's Saturday. So, and Sunday is Halloween, so I get to have fun with that. Yeah. I actually gotta figure out how Trina's working Sunday. Because Sunday is Halloween, and she won't be in. She's taking it off. So what about us morning crew? I'll have to find out. So yeah, we're going to end the video here. Next week's topic might be I honestly have no idea. Positive thinking, maybe. might be about dealing with kids, it might be dealing with people. Who knows? But this is Uryu. You might see her in more videos.
Possibly.
My name is Evan Listier. Have a good night, y'all.